Hello Libra, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for you for June 14th through the 20th. This is a weekly reading and we're going to go ahead and check in to see what energies will be playing out for you this week. It is a general reading, okay, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please take what you like and leave the rest for someone else. Also, please make sure that you are checking your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to make sure that you're getting all of the messages that pertain to you. In addition, I have uploaded the monthly readings for June for all 12 zodiac signs. So if you haven't checked out your reading yet, please go to my playlist into the monthly readings. You can find it there, okay? All right, let's go ahead and jump right in and see what main energies come out. I'm going to get 3 cards here, one from each deck, and then we'll jump into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say for you, okay? All right. We have the 7 of Fire to start with. So, this card talks about standing your ground, okay? I also get with this card that there may be some people who want to bring you down. Okay, they may be a little envious of your status, your position, whether this is at work, whether this is in life in general. You know, there's people that just, they may be poking and prodding at you, maybe talking about you, maybe, you know, whatever this is, you're a little defensive over it, and you're having to stand your ground, okay? We'll clarify, of course, and you know, the tarot reading will bring out some of the energies that are coming out with these cards. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Libra for this upcoming week? Sorry about that. My computer wants to update. All right. Let me just mute that. Mute my notifications. Okay. So the card that came out is the Wizard. It says, use your skills to aid others. Wow. So I really feel the Magician with this card. I really feel that this card is saying you are definitely gifted, Libra. Okay, you have skills, you have knowledge, you have inner guidance within you that you can utilize to help other people. So this card is really saying to utilize those skills that you have to make a difference, okay, in someone else's life. Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, I really do feel the Magician. I mean, this is not a tarot deck, okay? That card is not a tarot card. But I do feel the Magician energy with that. I'm feeling that you definitely have the ability, the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge to guide others. Okay, you could possibly be a tarot reader or a medium. Okay, you could be very psychic as well. I do feel that here as well. Okay, let's get another message here before we begin the tarot reading. Spirit, what else do you have for Libra? Okay, the message that we received is breathe. The card says the breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Yes, if you meditate, you'll know exactly what that means. If you don't meditate, I highly suggest you try it, because the breath, whether in meditation or not, I do have to say, though, in meditation it's very useful. But whether you meditate or not, you definitely need to learn how to use your breath so that you can calm your system, calm your nerves, just, take in that extra time to be at peace. The breath is very important for you to take in the life-giving force and release some of the things that you need to release through that breath as well. Okay? So, very important to breathe. I, personally, it helps me in every way. Every time I find myself in uncomfortable situations or stressful situations or any kind of situation where I need to really think about how I'm going to respond, or how I'm going to react, or usually I don't react, I respond rather than react. But the breath, taking a deep breath and focusing on your breath, it works. It works. All right, let's jump into the tarot reading. We're going to be looking at the challenge this upcoming week. We're going to get more advice from Spirit, and then we're going to find a solution or some answers as to how you can maneuver through those challenges, okay? All right, Spirit, what do we have for Libra for this upcoming week? Okay, and we have all the cards out on the table at one time. I love when Spirit does that. All right, so we start with your challenge as the Ace of Voices. Okay. With this card, this is talking about communication, clarity, truth. Okay. So there may be a truth coming out this upcoming week. You could be communicating with someone about a truthful matter, something that needs to come up, something that needs to be said, or vice versa. Someone may need to be saying something to you that brings out truth, okay? But there's some clarity that's coming through that could cause a little bit of uncomfortable feelings, maybe thoughts, maybe, it's just going to lead to a little bit of upheaval, since this is in your challenge, okay? Nonetheless, clarity is important. Truth hurts sometimes, but it's needed, okay? So we'll clarify and see what that's about, but that's your challenge. Communication and clarity and truth. We have the Muse of Voices. This is the King of Voices, the King of Swords. This is Gemini energy. You could have Gemini in your chart, but this is, again, communication, very strong communication, a very intellectual card here. This is the energy of Gemini. So we are in Gemini season as well. We just had a solar eclipse in Gemini. So communication is very important right now. It's very, very pertinent that plus Mercury is in retrograde, and Mercury rules Gemini. Okay, so there's a lot of communication that's coming up for a lot of people. For you specifically here, you could be communicating with a Gemini, or as I said, you could have Gemini in your chart, and communication is going to be very important this upcoming week. Okay, now this is advice from Spirit, so we'll see why that's coming up. And in your possible solution or your outcome is the Seven of Emotions. So usually this talks about having options. It can talk about confusion due to an excessive amount of options, okay? But this can also be a good thing, because having too many options rather than no options is a good thing. So we'll clarify and see why this is the solution to what's happening here, okay? Now, again, it's a Cups card, so this could be talking about maybe your emotional state. Let's look and see. All right, so Spirit, what is this Ace of Voices for Libra in their challenge position? All right, we have the Death card. The Hierophant. Two of Materials. Queen of Voices. One more, please. Thank you. Two of Inspiration. All right, let me just move these cards up a little bit so you can see them if you can't see them already. Sorry, I have dogs and they shed. I have little doggy hairs everywhere on my tablecloth here. Okay, so as I said, communication, clarity, truth, right? Whatever this is, it's bringing an end to something. Could be dealing with a Taurus. We have the Hierophant here, okay? But this is commitment as well, okay? If you're not dealing with a Taurus, this is talking about commitment, even marriage, okay? So whatever challenge is coming out with this communication, this clarity, it's going to be ending something with a Taurus, or it's going to be ending some sort of commitment or some sort of marriage. Now, with the Two of Materials, this is the Two of Pentacles. This is talking about juggling two things, maybe two ideas or two people, okay? There could be clarity on a possible situation. Either you or your person could be juggling somebody, and maybe the truth comes out about that situation. Okay, we have the Queen of Voices. This is again Gemini energy. I did say that this King of Voices is also Gemini energy. This could also be Libra as well, Libra energy. But nonetheless, the Queen of Voices, which is the Queen of Swords, talks about cutting out BS. Okay, this energy is someone who doesn't mess around, okay? They don't play games. They're very intellectual, they're very smart, very witty, okay? And they communicate very clearly. So this could be your energy, this could be another person's energy. Take it how it resonates for you. But there's going to be some communication, very clear communication, that's going to bring in a decision that needs to be made. Excuse me, I don't know why my voice cracked there. A decision that needs to be made. The Two of Wands is, having two paths and having to choose one path. Now you do have the Two of Materials and the Two of Wands. So there's going to be a decision here, some communication that takes place here that could bring in a little bit of upheaval, but nonetheless, it's going to be ending something here. Now, again, it could be ending something with whoever this is here, okay? It could be ending the relationship entirely, or it could be ending a situation with a person or a mode of thinking with a person, okay? So if there's been some upheaval in a possible relationship with between you and someone else, there could be discussion and that brings in clarity, that ends some dilemma, okay? Doesn't have to mean that it's going to come in and end the relationship entirely. Of course it could, yes, it could. But I do feel that with these cards here, with the Two of Inspiration and the Two of Pentacles, there's going to be some collaboration between you and another person that's going to be, okay, what do we do? How do you want to move forward together? How do you want to, bring this to a close? Because we have the Death card here. So there's going to be some endings. And again, I'm feeling it's more so communication and clarity that's going to bring in light. It's going to shed light on a situation. Okay. I do see that there is, you know, this bright light coming out from the top of her head. I do feel that there's going to be some release of negative thoughts that may be lingering. It's going to end that negative connotation and possible negative situations that maybe are hindering this either relationship, friendship, partnership, whatever this is for you. Okay, but I do see that there is a Gemini, Libra, and a Taurus here to, you know, in this situation. Okay, so put it how it resonates. Let's see what this King of Voices is here, and advice from Spirit. Again, very clear communication, someone who doesn't allow BS into a situation, someone who is clear cut, strong in their thoughts, strong in their communication. Okay, so we have the Hanged Muse, the Nine of Materials, the Wheel in the reverse, okay, I'm feeling very strongly here, Libra, that someone in this connection does not want to go back to the same cycle as before. You could have been with this person for quite some time if this is a connection in love, or in a friendship. Maybe you two have been friends for a long time. This could even be, you know, family. Family is forever, right? So put it how it resonates. But I'm seeing that you don't want to continue a connection that is going to hinder you or your growth. Okay, you are gaining a new perspective with whatever communications coming in for you this upcoming week. It's going to open up your mind to this financial independence, this way of looking at life in a new way, having a different perspective on what you want and how you want to heal. The Star is here. Okay, the Star card is a beautiful card, and this is the card of Aquarius. This card talks about moving forward, and it talks about, you know, being on course and having going in the right direction. And I feel that with the Wheel card here in the reverse, you don't want to continue into a direction that's not going to help you grow. It's not going to benefit you in any way, because there's cycles that need to end. You don't want to continue on this merry-go-round. If, you know, this communication here that's coming through, you know, turns out to be the same old excuses or the same old BS, you're not having it. The King of Voices is saying that you're gonna cut out the BS, and you're gonna put your foot forward, your best foot forward, and you're going to cut out that BS right away. So that's probably why this challenge is here, because it's going to take some time and effort in this ordeal or this situation to work it out with this individual, to express to them your desires with the Star card here, your way of moving into the direction that you see fit for yourself. That's more important, you know, right now, because I do feel here that you are thinking, you know, with Nine of Materials, you are really thinking about what's best for you. And that's great, Libra. You should be thinking like that. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting the best for yourself, okay? And I think that you're going to clearly communicate with this person that you either need to find that balance in order to bring in some reciprocity and some understanding on both parts, or, you know, things need to, you know, work themselves out in another way. So let's see what the Seven of Emotions here is in the outcome and possible solution here. So again, this is, you know, having options, maybe feeling confused about all the options that might be presented to you or in front of you. So let's see what this is about. Okay, we have the King of Materials. Okay, King of Pentacles. So we have the Nine of Inspiration, which is the Nine of Wands. Again, Taurus energy out on the table. You could be dealing with the Taurus. And Strength. So Libra, I'm feeling here that you're at the precipice of making that final decision, because we have the Nine of Wands here, and the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. Okay, the Wounded Warrior who is done with dealing with BS, someone who, you know, is, you know, the 9 is right after the 9 is the 10. The 10 is, you know, that's it, right? That is completion. So you are almost to that point where you have had enough. You've had enough. You're not willing to extend yourself any more than what you've already done for this person. And I do feel that you do have a lot of options. You have a lot of choices to make in order to, you know, to make it to that next step of choosing. Do you want your financial independence? Do you want to be independent? Do you want to move on from that situation? Because you do have the Two of Wands here. You have to make a choice. There's two paths. You either stay or you go. Okay? You're juggling two ideas. Do I stay? Do I go? Okay? And again, there's going to be very, very clear communication about this. It's going to take some strength for you to get through this. You know, this card of the Strength is, you know, someone who goes within to really, you know, have that awareness to be able to endure whatever comes to them, right? And with the Nine of Wands, you've endured a lot. You have gone through a lot. And so I feel that you are going to be making a decision here this upcoming week. There may, you know, there's going to be, it's not may, there will be very, very clear communication. Something will be ending here. Now, again, it could be negative thoughts for you or your person will be ending, and there could be a beautiful, you know, reconciliation or a beautiful outcome. Of course, there's that possibility here. You will be standing your ground, though. As I said, this person may, whoever you're dealing with, may feel like you are a lot more enlightened, okay? And maybe they're a little bit intimidated by you, so they kind of have to put on a front or a mask as to how they approach you. But that's not going to work. That's not going to work. They are going to have to approach you with truth. They're going to have to approach you with the best intentions, because if not, you're coming across as the King and the Queen of Voices here. That's very powerful. So it's not gonna fly with you, and you will cut them off quickly with your sword. So there's going to be something that occurs this upcoming week that you will need to prepare yourself for. This person better prepare themselves for as well, because you're coming and you have your sword ready. So I wish them luck, and use your skills to aid others. Okay, so this means as well, you know, I know that, you know, you can be with the sword, right? In that energy, you can be a little over aggressive, maybe with, you know, especially now in Mercury retrograde. So be careful with your words, okay? Be careful how you speak. Try to help this person understand where you're coming from rather than using words to cut them down. Just a bit of advice because of Mercury retrograde, okay? Take that deep breath before you approach someone, before you approach some situation or some topic. Take that deep breath before you respond. And as I said at the beginning of the reading, don't react. I try not to react to people because it brings out, it just brings worse. If you respond rather than react, then it's better. And if you take a deep breath before you respond, that's even better. Okay? So, yeah, advice from Spirit is really saying to be careful how you respond. Take that breath. Know that there's going to be some very quick communication coming through and something is ending. Again, put it how it resonates for you. But I do feel here that with the 9 of Inspiration, you're not having it anymore. Whatever this is, you're not putting up with anyone's crap anymore. And that's just the bottom line. I think that you're moving towards something that is going to be better for you. I don't see any new beginnings here. I do feel that this could linger for a little while. So check in with me next week. I will have more readings up next week, and we'll see. I don't do extendeds, so you'll just have to wait till I post a new video to see what else comes up in your readings, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, Libra. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like the video. Share it if you know someone who can benefit from it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, okay? If you are subscribed, I appreciate your support very, very much. Thank you for supporting my channel. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I love you guys, and namaste.